When that question was inevitably brought up by the hiring employer at State Farm, where he was like, can you explain to me why you didn't finish college? I was honest with him, number one. Honesty is always super important, especially when you're meeting anyone for the first time, right? People can sniff out when you're lying or being deceitful. The truth always comes out. It never pays well to lie. So I was very honest with him, the situation. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it was a failure that I learned from, and I've turned it to as much of a success as I possibly can at this point. And also, here's some proof that I have been able to learn and pass things, set goals, and accomplish it. It was a good answer, obviously a good answer for him. I mean, he hired me. But from the standpoint of figuring out, hey, how do skills translate to other things? It's just this balance of X, Y, and Z. You know, the employer is going to ask where you're deficient in. You need to have a good explanation to the employer for how you can achieve the things that you are missing in the skill set that's needed, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. And you summed that up really well. I hope that everybody heard that too. That was really key for those of you going, I don't have any skills, or I don't know how the current ones that I have translate into the job that I want. Awesome. So now this is really good. This is quite a story. You told me this was going to be quite a story, and it is. This is an epic in every way. So you went from Mizzou to community college to lawn care, and then you went to State Farm. And after State Farm, so how long did you stay there, and what happened next?
This is where things start to get fun. I was only at State Farm for 9 months total. And in that time, my son, when he was born, had some respiratory issues. So he was in and out of the hospital quite a bit. He was born November 2020. So this was 2021. This was like height of the pandemic, in and out of the hospital. And we haven't chatted about this too much. I had been interested in crypto, I guess, since 2016, 2017, right when I dropped out of school, out of desperation of needing money and just trying to flip money as much as I could. And the show called Mr. Robot, that was like really into it. That's not important for the story.
It's all important to the story, Alan. It's all good.
I got like burned really bad in 2017 with crypto. Like I lost a bunch of money.
Playing in the coins, it happens.
Yeah, playing, essentially putting it all on black or all on red with this one token or whatever. So I got burned really bad, left a sour taste in my mouth, but I was always in the back of my mind, the YouTube algorithm would pop some things up. Twitter would always pop things up. I had an account specifically focused on just Bitcoin. So I was only following Bitcoin people. And so every now and then I would check it. And then one day, my son's in the hospital. It's 2021, very beginning of 2021. So this is like January. I see all of a sudden like prices creeping up. Okay, I should start looking into this Bitcoin thing. And so I start getting really obsessed with it, as I do with anything I'm interested in. And then I find out that my boss at State Farm is also obsessed with crypto. So our days go from what I'm supposed to be doing, selling insurance, to us spending 3 to 4 hours
On
every
YouTube.
day talking about what's going on crypto. Yeah. He's telling me about Chainlink and Shiba Inu and Dogecoin.
For those listening, those are all alternative cryptocurrency tokens. They are different from Bitcoin.
Very different from Bitcoin. And I started getting down into the sect of Bitcoin maximalism and Bitcoin only, and like really why Bitcoin is very different from every other cryptocurrency out there and is like a hardcore money. As someone who had been struggling financially and understood that the dollar was losing value very rapidly, I just overnight, it was like, I got to get a job in Bitcoin. I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, but I am going to get a job. With my boss, like we were having these conversations every day, and it shifted from, oh, what's the next thing to gamble on, to I was subconsciously, hey, actually, we shouldn't be doing any of that. Like we should only be buying Bitcoin. And so I started progressively becoming not a good employee, but taking the day to only look at Bitcoin things beyond Bitcoin Twitter, that sort of thing. And then one day, Anthony Pompliano had decided to spin up the Crypto Academy. It was a very brand new thing. And I hopped in, I think it was the third cohort. Yeah, they had done 2 betas, and then technically I was the first. And I remember filling it out and getting to the end, and there was a cost associated to it. I won't say on the show how much it was.
We just had Kenny on and he talked about it, so you're good.
I think it was like $1,000, $2,000. And for me at the time, it was a lot of money. I did not have the money to do it. My wife was just about to finally finish her dental hygiene school. I'd loaded up on her credit card the fees to complete that exam. And unfortunately, she didn't pass it that first go around, which meant I was going to have to pay it again.